there are a lot of students who have their passion, their dreams that they want to do in the future, but they are having some difficult time in planning them out. It would be great if you can share some of your experience and give some tips to the students. What was the trigger when you first decided to shift your career?
For me, it was what I wanted to do in my life. I knew quite early in my life. So that was to go back to Nepal, to go back to my country and do contribute something to the country. That has always been the goal of my life, and I've built my career around this goal. So the reason I came to Japan was also the same thing. I wanted to go outside the country to learn, to know, to get to know people, to learn as much as possible, so that one day when I would go back to Nepal, I would be able to contribute something substantial for the country. And that's the reason why I got into SoftBank. Was also I wanted to have that experience in a global company which is trying to change the world. I wanted to see how Son Masayoshi-san would be working. I wanted to feel that. That's kind of the legendary kind of experience for me.
I'm curious too. Maybe next episode you can share some of that.
But what I was sure was I was not. I wouldn't be in SoftBank for the entire career of my life. So that's why when I quit SoftBank in 2019, again started my academic career in the University of Tokyo, it was not a big deal for me. It was not a big decision for me, because I have a clear goal in my life, and all of these things, the decisions that I've been taking, the things that I've been doing now, all of them are contributing to achieve that goal, trying to contribute to that goal. So that's why it was quite easy for me to jump and take decisions in different modes of my life.
Majority of the students right now at the university, they're still trying out things and to find what they actually want to do in the future. So just for those people, could you please share some of the experience of how that you plan and manage your career with a very comprehensive overview?
As I said earlier, I have a definite goal. So that means, when you have a goal in your life, it's quite easy for you to construct the path to that goal.
Right.
So and also the emotionally or even psychologically, whatever you do, that leads you towards that goal. It's quite famous, the Paulo Coelho thing, what he said in The Alchemist, when you really want from the bottom of your heart, then the entire world, the universe will conspire to support you to achieve that goal, something kind of that thing. I think I truly believe that. So because I know the goal, so whatever I do, that's no matter, that might be a waste of time or something, but still that's leading me towards that goal. So for me, so that in that sense, I was quite fortunate to have that in my early life. Quitting SoftBank also, it was not that easy at the beginning, because I tried to quit twice, but the people, my bosses, they were very they supported me, and then they thought about my future. But at the time, the reason I wanted to quit was I wanted to do something immediately. I was passionate to do something for the country, but I didn't know how could I do it? I didn't have a concrete plan. So my bosses and the people in HR were also, they gave me very real good kind of advice and feedback, and they told me, I mean, definitely you can live your life, whatever the way you want, but it's better to have a concrete plan before you actually, quit this job. But at the time, I was too passionate, but passion alone is not. But passion alone won't take you, won't help you to achieve the goal. It has to be, planned, and it has to be created on the field,
right.
On the ground reality.
It has to be always on the very good balance of both.
That's very important. You can be a dreamer, but still, one foot you can be a dreamer, the other one it has to be stuck always on the ground reality.
So while having a go working at SoftBank, how do you see yourself doing differently from your peers? Do you have any stories that you can share with us?
I think when I was working for SoftBank, I could feel that I was a bit different in that I could always speak from a different perspective, from a neutral kind of standpoint of view, and also I could tell things, quite straightforward when I wanted, when I felt that way, or I could just if something was not, I felt that something was not going right, then I could say, okay, this is why is this happening? I could question, and
you're not fear of questioning things.
I think in most of the companies in Japan, Japanese companies, I think questioning is not people are not so much free to question, right?
Right. Culture-wise, they're a bit like reluctant of saying
definitely. And also questioning your bosses, that's quite that might sound rude to in many cases. And there was a reason why I could do that, because I knew I was not going to be in SoftBank. I was not going to sacrifice my entire life for SoftBank. It was a means. It was I'm learning something. I'm at the same time contributing whatever I could to the company, of course. But at the same time, I knew I would be gone sometime in near future. In 2019, when I was accepted by the Tokyo University for my PhD program, I could say, with a smile, bye bye to my peers, and they knew that I wanted. Even the University of Tokyo now, it's not my goal. It's just a means. And my friends in SoftBank also know that. And even people in Tokyo, I also know that, because after that, after this, I will definitely go back to my country and do something. That's what I'd be happy doing in my life.
So being not really attached to anything is also a very good practice. As we were talking about the passion and then the reality, do you have any tips to the current students about how to actually better balance the passion and the reality?
It's very important to take certain actions. A lot of people, I think they are confused, and that's because they think a lot, overthinking, and maybe over researching, and trying to find out what you actually want to do in your life, and trying to think. But I think taking the first action, no matter whether you fail or you succeed, trying, experimenting, testing with yourself, with anything possible. That's very important in your life, to find out what you actually want to do in your life. As I said earlier, I was quite fortunate to find out what I wanted to do in my life quite early in my life, but may not be so may not apply to everybody. So for those people who are still searching, who are still in a state of confusion, what they want to do in your life, I think it's very important to keep trying without afraid of whether you fail or not, whether people like it or not, whether people criticize you or not. It's always important to ignore all of those kind of what other people say. Noises. So sometimes it's very important to shut your ears, to close your ears, and just do whatever you want to do, right? And that's sometimes doing that would be very interesting, because that way you would know what you might be able to do. I think nobody can be sure what they want to do in their lives until they actually find one. So it's not for some people it might take just a few days, but for some people it might take decades. I think it's very important to keep trying, to keep searching, to keep talking to people, to keep sharing what you want to do, and get their feedback, and try to contemplate on them, and just keep walking.
And also not be afraid of taking actions. Is what you said at the beginning, right?
Yeah. So we have a saying in Nepal that kid who wants to stand up, a kid who wants to walk definitely falls down multiple times, hundreds of times, thousands of times before he can actually run. But a kid who never tries to stand up or who never tries to, run, he never falls down because he's never stood.
Never tried.
Right?
Yeah.
So he's never tried. So keep trying, and falling down, falling down and trying. I think the journey until you find what you want to do in your life, and the journey after what you found, your dream. I think both of them are equally beautiful.
Indeed. Thank you so much for sharing. That's about for today. Here are more episodes coming in July. And last but not least, thank you so much, Rai-san, for sharing your time in your busy schedule, talking to the students in front of the screen for Coffee Chat Classroom. And then hopefully we can finally meet you in person soon.
Thank you, Tiani-san. It was really, I really enjoyed talking to you, and also thank you for having that online class to our kids. And definitely, the kids are waiting for you in Nepal, in my village, in near future.
Yeah, I really would like to go until this COVID situation settled. Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time again, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you. See you soon. Bye-bye.